Hi, I'm Rob. I would like to welcome you to the new America. You have been hand-selected by the corporate leaders or the federal government to be eligible for citizenship in this great nation. Now you may ask yourself, what would qualify you to become a citizen of this great nation of ours? Well, that's easy, but I'll get back to that in a moment. First, let's talk about what makes the new America so special. You may remember that crime and homelessness ran rampant through our cities not long ago. But that problem has been solved in New America. No longer are there homeless people on the streets. No longer is crime a problem, and prison population is down to nearly zero. How did we achieve this? Easy. I'll tell you. Through an act of Congress, the judicial branch of the United States government was disbanded, and all of its duties were transferred onto the President and to the House of Representatives. Doing away with that kind of redundancy allowed the government to run much smoother and at a much quicker pace without the lawmakers and the government being involved in costly and time-consuming court cases. The government was free to take care of other things, such as, once and for all, ending homelessness and poverty in America. What they did was they enacted legislation that would make being homeless and being poor a crime in America. All of the poor and the homeless were rounded up from our city streets and sent to these detention centers. Once inside one of these detention facilities, detainees were systematically executed. Now I know what you're thinking, and I felt the same way at first. But once it was explained that these people are nothing more than leeches on society, sucking off the tip of the corporate state, it really seemed it was the only solution. Most of these people were not eligible to become citizens, and there was in no way in their foreseeable future any way for them to improve their conditions. Instead of allowing them to suck dry the blood of America, it just made so much more sense to cut the parasites off. Nip it in the bud, so to speak. And that's exactly what we did. Once the homeless and poor were taken care of, we then went through the nation's prisons. Most of the people housed in these facilities were in no way ever going to be released back onto the streets, since they were never again going to live free or contribute to society. It only made sense to end their suffering as well as ours. Never again will they be sucking off of your hard work and mine. So homelessness, poverty, crime, and prison populations all taken care of in one swoop. There was another segment of the American population which was of great concern to many Americans, and that was the working poor. The working poor was a slightly different class than the poor, because these were people that tried. They wanted a better life and they wanted to get ahead, and perhaps they lacked the tools needed to do so. Not a problem. We've helped them out. Instead of classifying them as the leeches that were taken care of in the Homeless Redistribution Act, they were moved from living in their own private homes to now residing in one of the massive corporate housing facilities. These housing facilities span several city blocks and can house thousands of people. The upside to this is that it has reduced traffic on our city streets. Thousands of automobiles no longer clogging our city streets and no longer pouring pollution into our atmosphere. Moving the working poor from living on their own to living in one of the corporate facilities has reduced pollution around the globe. It has also reduced our thirst for oil, which has reduced our dependency on foreign countries, such as many of the theocratic dictatorships in the Middle East. With crime, homelessness, pollution, and traffic gone from our city streets, they are now places where American citizens can go with their children and enjoy the sunny weather. All thanks to the Republican Party and the GOP. So, what does it mean to be an American citizen in the new America? Well, first, you must understand the difference between a citizen and the working class. The working class is defined as anyone who is living in one of our corporate work facilities, or someone who lives outside of the facility and earns less than $250,000 a year. Anyone who makes more than $250,000 is considered a member, a full member, of the corporation and an American citizen. As a citizen, you enjoy rights and privileges that those in the working class do not enjoy. Freedom of speech has been reserved for American citizens, so you now enjoy the ability to express yourself anytime, anywhere. The right to vote. Because of the lack of education in most of the working class, the right to vote has been revoked from anyone who earns less than $250,000 a year. So as an American citizen, you are one of the select few who gets to have a say in the direction our country takes. So again, I congratulate you on becoming an American citizen.